long term. The medium term is when the benefits of the major improvements to the economic framework will begin to yield fruit. As you yourself have mentioned, there has been long delay in changing to a path of policies that are sustainable in terms of revenue, in terms of expenditure, and in terms of the industrial policies that will grow the economy. So let us focus, as you have done, on the very short term, where the issue of inflation and related issue of foreign exchange depreciation are the major concern. And let me say that, the senator talked also about the market and the fact that you just cannot leave things to the market. While this administration does believe that in most cases, market activity may deliver, in most circumstances, the kind of outcomes that we want, we also understand that there are contexts in which the market will not deliver the desired results. And it's the appreciation of this particular fact that has led to the intervention, the idea of intervening in the marketplace on behalf of the poor and the most vulnerable. That is the underpinning. And yes, whilst distinguished senator from, I think, Jigawa talked about the fact that there is direct payments, he will prefer productive sector intervention. The two are not mutually exclusive. In this short initial time period, as is being done in the agricultural sector, provision of food, as well as, and I will come back to the issue of production of food in Nigeria by Nigerians versus perhaps relying on imports. But in terms of the social protection, that is uppermost at the moment. And while the social protection measures, direct payments during the COVID pandemic worldwide, it was seen that poverty reduced with direct payments properly done, biometrically verified. Two people left them with that choice of what was the most, where the shoe pinched the most, and it led to a reduction in poverty. It is proven empirically worldwide. So that is why that is an issue that is being looked at now in order to make the whole process more effective. And the commitment is to, as soon as possible, to resume the social investment program and the safety net for Nigerians, particularly at this time. And I will use, as you said, having the privilege of being the coordinating minister, I will use that to also say that whilst my colleague, my friend, my brother, the CBN governor is here, I will speak a little bit, given that it's important for us to understand in this period of reform that it's imperative for the government to have a clear direction. And in this regard, of course, Central Bank is working to deliver a foreign exchange market that is transparent, has rules and processes, and captures all but perhaps the smallest transaction. Is another type of intervention. It's important at this time that we design interventions that avoid, at this period of reform and vulnerability, market capture, state capture. Those with the power and dominance of markets should not be allowed to use that to profit unnecessarily. And therefore, it's a role of government to put in place structures that avoid that. And you know, in some circumstances, intervention is even more, shall I say, discreet or subtle. The deployment of moral suasion, where persuasion is used to dialogue with major operators and major actors. And you know, it is the government that will decide at any given time which is the best lever to use. So in the short term, the commitment is to face the pains of Nigerians and to do everything that can be done to ease those pains. And of course, on the foreign exchange side, to achieve stability. But I can assure us here that in the medium term,
this came as a shock for many, as this country are politically and economically unstable following several military coups and counter-coups. This extraordinary session of ECOWAS Mediation and Security Council at administerial level is deliberating on the issues and hopes to resolve it.
It is the will of the people of ECOWAS to move away from democratic principles, to move away from transparency, to move away from popular participation in governance. This is what ECOWAS stands for. And we will continue to work with each and every member state of ECOWAS to promote those ideals.
The Commission said the 3 member states' withdrawal from ECOWAS did not take into account the conditions stipulated in the 1993 ECOWAS revised treaty and the implication this will have on citizens in the affected member states. The extraordinary session also reviewed the unfolding situation in Senegal and adopted a plan to navigate the complexities.
We continue to urge those 3 countries to remain and to follow the path of dialogue and reconciliation, and ECOWAS is going to redouble its efforts towards diplomacy, towards dialogue, towards reconciliation.
For ECOWAS, sustainable regional integration is not only about economic advancement, but also political stability, peace, and security.
States of ECOWAS have a common destiny and share the aspirations, which are better guaranteed and achieved through economic integration and overall concord and solidarity.
On the part of African Union, they urged the 3 member states to continue to dialogue with ECOWAS, as they also committed to backing the regional body decision.
African Union will stand in full solidarity with ECOWAS. We recognize the importance of advancing regional integration and unity through strengthening individual and collective governance.
ECOWAS, the creation of the Commission, is to foster economy, security development, and transform challenges into opportunities. And that regional integration, political dialogue is the best way Africa can achieve our dreams. Ademola Lawrence, TVC News, Abuja.